Hello? That does not sound very good. This does not sound very good. But hear me out. Hang in there. The next 4 videos that I'm going to be dropping from my channel, I believe will probably be some of, if not the best content that I've ever published on my channel. And as you might have guessed already, no, it's not about this. It's time I just come to the reality that I'm losing it. I'm going bald, and it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. So I buzzed it off. It's not about that. It's about the room. Yeah. Our listening space, the place that we plop down speakers and try to enjoy hi-fi. The importance of the listening room. So, with a warm welcome back to Frequency Friday, let's talk about it. All right, so I got my notes here just to keep me on track. Let me get a little bit closer to this mic so you guys are able to hear me. If you didn't catch the very first video that we dropped that talked about building the sound shed, I will link it down below and you can check it out. That is officially video number 1. It was a bit boring and lengthy, but I needed to at least unpack how did we build this thing, right? So it's essentially the DNA of the sound shed. Video number 2 is going to be all about, now that we have this almost empty space, I still have a little bit of work to do to clear everything out, is measuring the empty room. We need a starting point. We need a place to begin. And so we're going to measure the room and essentially what are we looking for in measurements, and how does the room sound completely and totally untreated. And so I think what's going to make all of these videos really great for you guys is it's going to be very interactive. I'm pretty darn good with the sound clips, and I think that I'm going to be able to really bring you guys along with me on this journey, and you're going to be able to clearly hear the effects of an untreated space versus a treated space. So, video number 3 is going to be all about absorption, okay? So as we bring in absorption into the room, we're again going to talk about, and also show measurements, what happens as we start padding this sound. I don't know why I'm doing this gesture. This is weird. What happens when we add absorption? And we'll be able to see it in the measurements. And not only that, we're going to be able to hear it through, again, the use of sound clips. So that's going to be a great video. Video number 4 is going to be about diffusion, which I think is one of those things that we all want. We all want to start like, diffusion looks so cool and we need lots of diffusion because it looks cool and we're going to just plaster our walls with it. Let me say this right out of the gate. Diffusion is not a right. It's a privilege. It's a privilege, and the privilege, you only get that privilege after you have tackled much bigger and more important problems using absorption. So I'm doing this one step at a time to help illustrate the way that you would really want to treat a room, and we'll talk all about that when we get to diffusion. Diffusion is awesome, don't get me wrong, but it's not the only tool that you should be using when you are, trying to build out a listening room. And then video number 5 is going to be a compare and contrast of the empty space versus the completely treated space. So we're going to peel back the layers all the way back to this, first video that we're going to be releasing of what does this room sound like? What does it measure like? What's going on in the room versus a room that is completely fleshed out. And here's the crazy thing. I don't even think I'm done yet. I think I still need a little bit more in some areas just to really get into the end zone. But we'll save that. We'll talk about it and we'll get there. So that covers the next 4 videos that I'm going to be releasing. And I hope you guys join me. It's going to be a lot of fun. The next thing I want to talk about is a couple of comments that have come up and some things that I've been thinking a lot about in regards to having a listening room, why I built the shed, and what are the implications? What does it mean for you? Am I now so far gone and out of touch that anything that I review, it doesn't really relate to you? Let's talk about that. So I want to read this comment that I got a while back, and it says, "Hey Ron, the new listening room looks awesome, well done. Unfortunately, I need to unsubscribe from New Record Day. I'd rather watch a lot of the guys like your buddy Randy from Cheap Audio Man and Steve Guttenberg, as their rooms are far more relatable than what you have. I'm sure it sounds great, but I'm out. Take care, Ron. Peace." I wanted to talk about this, and I saved this particular comment, and the reason why I wanted to finish this video by talking about this is not only do I understand what this person means in their comment, and I'm not mad at all, I actually used to feel the exact same way. I'm going to finish this video very quickly by mentioning, having done this for 10 years, it's a long time, and being in different environments, different rooms, different spaces, I am not here on some kind of a high horse telling you that I'm the authority now or I have a leg up on any of the guys out there. I don't. I respect what they do. I respect them as content creators, as reviewers, and I watch a lot of their videos, okay? What I am going to tell you is, having been in these different data points, these different rooms, these different houses, and then now having the sound shed, I will tell you that I'm no better than any of those other guys, but I am better than my old self. Okay? So where my heart is that I want to be better than I used to be. Every video that I work on, I ask myself, is this the best that I can do? And if not, how can I improve it? And so I'm all about refining me. And I can tell you, and I invite you to come out to the sound shed and hear this for yourself and hang out with me. We'll cook up some barbecue. We'll listen to some music. I am telling you right now that it is easy to hear what's going on with a speaker in this space. Well, not right now. Right now it's a mess. But when it's treated, it's easy. And so my job is easier. And therefore, I think that there's a misunderstanding of, if I was in just a regular room, living room, garage, bedroom, whatever, man, those rooms, they've got so many different problems. And I'm telling you, I'm better in this room. Now's the time that when I say how something sounds, you can take it to the bank. And when you buy that product, if you decide to buy that product, everything that I'm going to be saying, you will absolutely be able to relate to it. It will be a like for like scenario. I promise you that. That's my promise to you, is that has nothing to do with, what these other guys are doing. A lot of these guys are my friends, and I respect them and I appreciate them, and I hope that they continue to evolve and get better in whatever capacity or space that they want to. But for me, I think I am right now the best reviewer that I've ever been, and I will not stop. I'll just keep getting better. And the Sound Shed has certainly made me a better reviewer than I have ever been in the past. So, that's that. We'll see you guys in the next video.